Hi everybody. In this lesson we have discussed about living and non-living things. So now you know that a thing can either be a living thing or a non-living thing. We have also discussed about some characteristics of living things like living things move, living things grow, living things need food, living things breathe, living things feel changes around them. So, can you tell me why plants do not move from one place to another? Plants don't move from one place to another as they make their own food. So, they don't have to move in search of food like the animals. But the leaves of touch-me-not plant, they close immediately when they are touched. In this way, the plant or a part of plant moved. Now, tell me, does your book or a table grow? No, they do not grow. The answer is because they are non-living things. Do your toys ask for food? Again, the answer is no. The toys don't ask for food as they are non-living things, and non-living things do not require food. Do you know there are some plants like pitcher plant and Venus flytrap? They make the food which is not sufficient for them. That's why they catch and eat insects. Right, you heard it right. They catch and eat insects. Now, can you tell me how do insects breathe? Right, insects like cockroaches and grasshoppers have air holes in their bodies which help in breathing. Now, what do animals do when they feel changes around them? When animals feel changes around them, they respond to it, right? Like whenever there is too hot outside, what do? Yes, we switch on the coolers or air conditioners. We feel like having something cold, isn't it so? Now, can you tell me, will your toy feel cold if you keep it on the ice cubes? Again, no, it will not feel cold. Why? Right, because it's a non-living thing and non-living things cannot feel. Now, can you give me an example of a plant responding to change in its surroundings? Like as we have discussed about human beings, can you give me an example of a plant responding to change in their surrounding? Right, the sunflower grows towards the sun. It turns towards the sun. That's how the plant responds to its surroundings. Now, if you had watched the previous videos properly, you must be knowing all these answers. So, what you have to do? Right, you have to watch all the videos properly. Now, we are going to discuss about another characteristics of living things. That is, living things produce young ones. Right. All living things produce young ones like themselves so that life can continue on earth. So, each living things produce its own kind. Like human beings produce human babies, dogs produce puppies, The cat produce kitten. Goats produce kid. The process by which living things produce young ones of their own kind is called reproduction. I repeat, the process by which living things produce young ones is called reproduction. Some animals give birth to the babies. Some lay eggs from which the little ones come out. Most plants reproduce through seeds. You must have grown a plant or you must have seen a plant grow. So, how does it happen? Right, when a seed goes into the soil, it grows into a new plant. Now, some plants also grow from stems, root, or leaves. For example, potato and onion are the stem part of the plant from which a new potato plant can grow. Now, some animals like birds, crocodiles, insects, snakes, fish, alligators lay eggs, and some animals like elephants, rabbits, monkeys, and human beings, goats, cows. Do you know how do they reproduce? They give birth to the babies. Right. You must have seen a small baby. So human beings and few animals give birth to the young ones. They give birth to the babies. And few animals lay eggs from which the small ones come out. Now let us have a look at the pictures. Now, this is the picture of a sheep and its baby, the sheep and lamb, a dog and a puppy. Right, a dog gives birth to a puppy. Now, a cow and a calf. Yes, the small one of the cow is called as calf. Cow gives birth to a baby calf. And a horse gives birth to a foal. A cat gives birth to a kitten. Goat gives birth to a kid. Now, you must be knowing this, right? The birds, what do they do? Yes, the birds lay eggs from where the small birds come out when the eggs hatch. Can you see these eggs? And in the next photo are you able to see a baby bird coming out from the egg? Now this is a tortoise hatching from an egg. So a tortoise also hatches or comes out from the egg. So it gives birth by laying eggs. Now, yes, this is a picture of an alligator. Right. So alligator also hatches from an egg. Can you see the picture? Here there are few eggs and a baby alligator coming out from the egg. This is, yes, a snake also lay eggs from where the snakes come out. Now butterfly. Yes, butterfly also lay eggs. Frog. Right, a frog also lays eggs from where the baby frogs come out. Now this is a plant growing from the seed. When a plant grows, most of the plant grow from the seed. When the seed gets soil, sunlight, water, etc., it grows into a small plant. Now, as we have discussed, the onion and potato, they are stem part of the plant. Can you see the leaves growing from the onion? So, in this way, the plant also grows from the stem. Now, this is a picture of a sweet potato. A sweet potato is a root part of the plant. So, in this way, you can grow the plant from the sweet potato. In this way, a plant grows from the root. Can you see this leaf? And the small plants which are growing at the edge of the leaves. When this plant gets detached from the leaf, it grows into a new plant. In this way, we saw that most of the plants grow from the seeds. But few plants, how do they grow? They also grow from the leaf, stem and root. Now, the next thing is living things grow old and die. All living things die when they become old. When living things die, they cannot move, grow, eat, breathe, or feel changes around them. Then we say that the thing has died, be it an animal or a human being. You know that nothing can remain alive forever. All living things are born. They grow up. They grow old and die. So all living things die after a certain period of time. Now, will your house die after say 50 or 60 years? No, not at all. Can you tell me why? Right, it cannot die as it is a non-living thing, and non-living things cannot die. Living things die. Right. Now, do you know that a sunflower plant dies in a few months? A dog lives for up to 10 to 12 years. When a living thing stops moving, breathing, eating, feeling, we call it dead. Now, a goat lives up to 10 years. A sheep lives up to 19 years. A sparrow lives for around 20 years. There are few animals like tortoise which can live for up to hundreds of years. Right? A tortoise can live or survive up to 100 years. Now, have a look at the picture. Yes, we are born. This is a picture of a mother and a small baby. We are born as a small baby. Slowly we grow. Right, we become young and then we become an adult. Can you see the picture? In this picture, we can see the various stages how a small baby grows into a man. And after that, see, after becoming an adult, a person becomes old and they die. In the next picture, can you see the hen? The hen lays eggs. From the egg, the chicken comes out and then it becomes a big hen. So in this way, we can see that living things take birth, they grow, they become old and then they die. Now, in this lesson, we have studied about plants and animals. Both are living things, right? Both the plants and animals are living things. There are few similarities between plants and animals, but they are different in many ways. Can you tell me how? We are going to discuss this in detail. Now, the first thing that we discussed about was movement. Right? The animals move from one place to another. You know that. But the plants do not move. Why do animals move? Animals move in search of food, shelter, and to protect themselves from their enemies. Right? Plants do not move from one place to another as they don't have to search for their food because they make their own food. Now, animals have breathing organs. We have discussed about various animals. Can you tell me how human beings breathe? Yes, we breathe with our nose. What about the fish? The fish breathes with the help of gills. The insects like grasshoppers and cockroaches, they breathe with the air holes in their bodies. And what about plants? Yes, plants breathe with the help of stomata. They have small openings on the underside of the leaf which help them breathe. Now, both plants and animals require their food, but animals depend on plants for their food. Plants can make their own food by a process called photosynthesis with the help of sunlight, water, and air. Now, what about sense organs? What about feeling their surroundings? Yes, animals can sense their surroundings. They can feel the changes around them. Can you tell me how? Yes, with the help of the sense organs. Like we have 5 sense organs which we have already discussed, which help us to sense our surroundings and respond accordingly. What about the plants? The plants do not have sense organs. Still, the plant responds to its surrounding. For example, the upper part of the plant, which is known as the shoot part, it always grows towards the sun. And what about the root? It always grows down towards the soil. And we have also discussed that the buds or flowers of the sunflower plant, it moves towards the sun, right? It turns itself towards the sun. Now, the last thing is about reproduction. We have discussed how animals and plants reproduce. Animals reproduce in 2 ways. Correct. First, by laying eggs. Few animals, birds, insects, alligators, snakes, crocodiles, and butterflies, frog, they lay eggs. And some animals reproduce by giving birth to the babies. What about plants? How do they reproduce? We have discussed that most of the plants reproduce with the help of the seeds, right? They reproduce by seeds. But few plants also reproduce through stem, roots, and leaves. In this way, these are the way in which plants and animals differ from each other. We are going to end this session here.